everyone. How's it going? Good to see you all. What's happening? Well, I am well looking forward to tonight's show. Me and Martin were having a few technical issues early on, and he miraculously managed to sort everything out last second. So we're cutting it fine, true assembly point style, but we're getting stuff done. That's all that matters. We were originally going to do audio through the phone and stuff, but now we've ended up doing it through an interface and everything. We've compromised a little bit of his picture, but so he will be a little pixelated, but it's the best we can do visually. But audio wise, he's going to be absolutely bang on. And after all, it's all about the sound. It's a music show after all. Anyway, how is everyone doing? Michael first in the comments. Well done, mate. The king is in the house. Long live the king. I hope everyone's happy, healthy, and stay good. Send positives through thoughts. I can't read. Why can't I read? And much love to one and all. I quite agree with all that, apart from the bit where I didn't read it right. But, you know, one day. Well, I've still got time to learn. I'm 31. I can learn to read one day. Imi, hello. I love how Imi's less confident when she's not first in the comments. She's like, the queen is here on usually. And then when she joins, when she's like, good evening. But I still love it. It's fine. It's all good. You're here, and that's all that matters. We've got Maggie. How you doing, Maggie? Good to see you. Michael is on Facebook as well. You're living the dream, mate. You're on every platform, getting those numbers up. Love it. Is that lockdown hair? This is kinda. It's something, innit? I started growing it before lockdown, and there's no backing out during lockdown because there was no way to cut it. So it's just become a thing. I've always wanted to grow my hair long, and now I'm kind of stuck with it because my hairdressers is no longer open. Hairdressers? Is that what they're called? I don't know what they're called. Obviously, I have long hair. Anyone that's watching on Facebook, feel free to join us on YouTube. The comment community is much more active. If you want to join in on that, feel free. Otherwise, just hang around on Facebook. That's also fine. But just wanted to give you a heads up. YouTube comments are much more lively. Who else we got in the comments? Michael Cope, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Dawn, how you doing? Great to see you again. Thank you for joining us again tonight. Yeah, there's a few of you in. My mum's in the comments. Brilliant. Hey, Mum. Hi, Dad. Yeah, great. So I had a little bit of time to mess around on the loop pedal today. So, hey, Dad. So I might try do a new loop song, an older song, but still a loop. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to tonight, especially now, as I say, we've sorted out Martin's sound. He had a few technical issues through no fault of his own, but I'm sure he'll explain. But we've managed to sort that, but had to compromise a little bit on his image, is the webcam thing. But as I say, the audio is fire, which is really good because before we were doing it through his phone and it was breaking up, and yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. But we were going to make it work either way. But when he messaged me saying I've got my interface working, I was like, let's get on with another sound check and get that fixed. I just want to also say thank you very much to everyone that's bought a raffle ticket. I think that's 6 raffle tickets now, which is awesome. So now it's turning into a competition. That's the main thing. Well, it's not a main thing, but obviously, if only 4 people bought raffle tickets, then everyone would win. Whereas now, the odds are stacking up. Are they the right words? No idea. Right, I'm going to play a song. just wanna be the one who embraces, so give me patience. I don't wanna be the man who picks up his life in pieces. I just wanna be the man who embraces, and give me patience. Give me patience. Oh, give me patience. Oh, give me patience. Oh, give me patience. Thank you, guys. Cheers. Yeah, so I just messed about and yeah, worked that out. Did that became a thing. It's a thing now. Right, I'm going to jump right into the show because we are already 30 minutes into the thing, and yeah, we've got lots to go through. Anyways, Martin, are you ready, mate? He is ready. Let us go. Yo, how's it going, man?
I'm all right. I'm all in shadow.
Great to see you, man. You're in the shadows.
You all right?
Great to see you, mate.
You too.
I'm doing really well, thank you. I'm so glad you managed to get your interface and audio sorted.
Well, get there in the end. It only took us like
when you text me, I was like, yes, I'm so glad.
Well, it was after we did the initial sound check, I suddenly realised, hang on a minute, if I try that and then I plugged it in, it was like, wait, it's working. So I thought, right, come on, let's get it done.
Brilliant. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I mean, good audio is first above visuals on this show.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice visual. I'm quite happy with that. I'm all sweaty and everything, so it's probably best.
So, if people in the comments could just, it's just right. That's great. So, I knew this would happen. For me, you're loud enough, but apparently you're a little bit quiet. So we need to push your vocal a little.
Okay.
And there's also the craziest latency.
It's gone up now. That's probably better. Whoa. You might have to back off when I start singing.
Sounds great, I think. Let's go with that.
Cool.
Right. So the latency it and the lag is going to become potentially an issue, but we just got to battle through and make it okay. We just got to see it through. So, first of all, how have you been since the last time we spoke? Has much changed in the land of the mighty and the moon? And, you know, personally, how are you doing? Are you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, thanks. Not much has changed, really. You know, just been getting on with working from home and things like that. But in terms of music side, we have got to a point where we've got a set of songs that we're ready to work on now. How we're going to do that, obviously, in this situation, because technology is proving a problem. But we have got about 7 or 8 songs that we're itching to sort of just get cracking on as soon as we get the okay to be in the same room as each other.
That's cool. I noticed you did. I literally just saw as I was grabbing your socials and getting ready to get links and stuff. I noticed I'm not that clued up with Facebook, if I'm honest. Anyways, at the best of times, but I noticed you've just put out, or not long put out, a video, like an isolation video. There's like 3 video. It was quite a funny intro. Yeah. Where you're talking and she's like, I've just saved a cat from a tree, something like that. So,
yeah, she sent me, because obviously we couldn't do that live. We had to cheat like everyone's doing. We had to record our parts separately.
Pre-record,
and then edit it together. And then Sarah did her introduction, and she didn't send it to anyone until it was like the last minute. And then Nick put it together and sent it to me, and I was like, "What the? Sorry, what the hell are you doing?" But yeah, she's funny, Sarah. She is.
So if you get a second, guys, you should go check it out. It's really, really cool. The audio's great and the visuals will really work, especially in this sort of vein. Like everything's like that now anyways. Everyone's doing similar sessions, and to jump on board with that, I think you'd be daft not to, sort of thing. So I'm glad you did something, because it was an opportunity to be able to put something out, in the mix of everything else that's going on. So yeah, I think you did a really great job. It was really entertaining. It sounded brilliant.
Well, it's like I said last time. I think that's probably the way we're going to be going as whatever band we turn out to be. I think that's probably the way we're going to go, even after this.
Yeah, I think a lot of bands are.
Yeah, doing live gigs and live performances through YouTube and social media.
The interweb. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good to do it.
Absolutely. I think I'm definitely going to carry on with this medium as well. I think for me personally, I've had a really cool opportunity to be able to network with more artists than I could even possibly imagine, purely because the logistical nightmare that would be trying to arrange this every single night, where it's not at the click of a button, essentially like a phone call, but actually like having someone physically here and all that sort of stuff. It just would have been wouldn't ever work.
No, it wouldn't.
Whereas this format, it could work really well. So I think a lot of people should jump on it and just continue with it.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we're looking at adding more layers to everything, like orchestration and things like that. So if we was to gig that all the time, and I think that's where we got to with the last album launch. We had like orchestras and everything with us, and we
I remember you saying,
we always wanted to have that sound. But you can't do it for every gig. You know what I mean? You can't. If you gig every 2 weeks, you can't traipse all them people around you, and playing live to pre-recorded stuff is too nerve-wracking. So having that ability to have that sound and do a live performance with that sound was really attractive to us. So I think that's where we're going to be ending up eventually.
You do right, absolutely. I'm not going to lie, absolutely every ounce of anxiety has just flooded back to me about how off the cuff you do shows. I remember you were saying you literally turn up with 5-piece string section or whatever, and you've not rehearsed with them, and you're like, here's the score music, we're happy to just run through the songs. Oh my god, that is my idea of hell. But like, fair play to you, man. Like, honestly, that is having every amount of faith in people's ability is one thing, but then to trust your own thing as well, never playing with someone like an orchestra or like that, mate, honestly. But when you were telling me about that, it blew my mind.
We did it on a live BBC radio show.
I'm going to have to stop you, mate. You're going to need to turn up again. And I think the latency sorted itself out, but people are saying you're still a touch quiet.
It's because I'm probably moving away from the microphone. That's probably why.
Okay. How's that, guys? Give us a thumbs up if it's good. Carry on with your story, dude.
We did the same thing with a live BBC radio as well. We did a live session on BBC Introducing, and we decided to bring in some string players, and then literally about an hour before the performance, we managed to get them all in the room together, and we just went through the songs a couple of times, and then did it live on radio. That was nerve-wracking.
Mate, honestly, I would be bricking it.
It was good though.
Like I can imagine it was absolutely incredible. I suppose that's half the thing though as well, is the maybe I sometimes mix nerves up with adrenaline. That's quite easily done. It's a similar feeling, isn't it? That the buzz that you can get, maybe sometimes I could mix those two up. I bet it was such an exhilarating feeling, like the energy and like, especially when you finished. I bet you were like, "Oh, we did it, guys! That was so good."
Well, you see, I mean, there's video footage of some of these gigs, and you can see on my face at certain points where I'm A, worried, B, bricking it, but then C, when it all clicks in, you can see this look on my face that's just like, and I turn around to like Sarah and Nick and whichever was in the band at the time, and you can't recapture that feeling of when you're on
No.
stage and something
No.
is just working. And for me, I mean, this is only for me. Everyone's different, aren't they? But if you over plan something and you over rehearse it, you know what's coming, and it's good. It's always good. But when something happens that you just don't expect, and it works perfectly, I suppose that's as close as we get to sort of improvising, really. Because the beauty of it is we never stray away from the structure of what we do. Everything's, plotted. So we are methodical in that way, because everything's planned
it's not
and plotted in.
It's organised chaos.
Yeah, and you have to have that element of chaos. Otherwise it would get really boring. But when you throw curveballs in, like if you're in front of a couple of hundred people and you say, right, tonight we're gonna play to that click track. Are you all right with that? Yeah, okay, we'll give it a go. If it goes wrong, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, no, I don't like. I'm gonna have to go lay down for a little bit, man.
It's only ever gone wrong once.
Really?
Only once.
Was it? How bad?
fault.
What? It must have badly.
No, not badly. We were playing to a click track that we'd never. It was one of the piano tracks from the album, and we just decided. Well, actually, I found out we was doing it on stage. Nick turned around to me and said, "Oh, we're going to use a click track for This Bad, which is on the album." And I was like, "Oh, right, okay." And I just got the length of the intro wrong. And I did 2 lots of the intro instead of 1, and it just played wrong. So we just stopped and started again.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. I think holding your hands up's one thing, but trying to cover it up, that's what I would do. I'd be like backpedaling till the cows come home.
Well, you can make a bit of a joke out of it, and you can have a bit of a laugh about it, I mean, all the songs are serious, but have been able to have that bit of fun and bit of joke about it is good.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right, what's the plan for tonight musically? What are you playing? You mentioned you might be playing a new song, or what are you thinking?
See if I'm brave enough. I'm going to do one from
well, by the sounds of it, you're always on the edge.
Yeah, living on the edge. I'm going to do one from the first album, and then one from the last new batch of Mike the Moon songs, and then hopefully I'll do one of the newish ones that even the band, I don't think the band
exclusive,
yeah. And I might actually figure out how I'm going to do it while I do it. So that'd be
brilliant. That's good. Right, shall we take away for one song, and then if anyone's got any questions, if you want to bang them in the comments, if you wouldn't mind starting your question with a Q in the comments, then that way I can find it quicker. But yeah, let's have your first tune, and then we'll jump back into the questions after that.
Okay.
Take it away, mate.
And I've wasted too much time keeping my eyes closed and blind to everything and you. Don't look at me so strange. Won't you believe that I've changed? Because I'm not drunk now. It's my God-given right to wallow in dirt, is what I used to sing. How many times must I make you forget that I let you down? So don't stop me now, 'cause I'm rising up and I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. Hey, taken the time to believe this ain't no trick up my sleeve, but it's nothing new. I've been lost for so long now, no way to turn it back round, because we're not friends now. It's my God-given right to wallow in dirt is what I used to sing. How many times must I make you forget that I let you down? So don't stop me now, 'cause I'm rising up and I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. Yeah. Well, I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done. Yeah, I'm almost done.
Great work, mate. That sounds awesome.
Thank you.
Honestly, like the passion behind the way that you delivered that song was wicked. I loved it. Really
Thank
great
you.
work.
That's called Almost Done.
Voice is on fire tonight as well.
Oh, thank you.
What's that, mate?
It's been a while since I've sung, to be honest.
Yeah, it sounds really great, mate. There's like a I don't not a husk. It's like a gravel. There's a bit of like a. He's just portraying it really like portraying. It's not really the right word. You're just delivering it really well.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? You're kind of you're singing it really nicely, but you've got like lots of different dynamics in your vocal as well, which sound wicked. So, yeah, man, sounded sick. Getting lots of love in the comments as well. Got a nice comment here from the Holmes. Abby's watching and glad that you're singing her favourite song.
Ah, that doesn't count. I think that's my sister. Hang on. I'm only joking. Hello. And
then
Abby,
we got
hello, Abby.
we got plenty of others in the comments and stuff as well, mate. So don't worry about that. But I just thought I'd point that one out.
No, that's nice. That's my sister. And
So that's off. You say an older album. That's off the second album, or
it's off. Yes, Songs of the Morning Bird album. Yeah.
wicked. And you mentioned that's available on Bandcamp. Is that right?
Yeah. One of the first things we did when we made the announcement back in January that we weren't going to be doing any more gigs. Well, for now anyway, we was taking a break from gigging. One of the first things we did was put all our albums for free on Bandcamp, because you used to have to obviously buy them and everything, but we put them all available for free so you can download them all. So there's 4 albums on there. Well, 2 EPs,
wicked.
2 albums.
Brilliant. So that's the Mighty in the Moon 1.bandcamp.
That's right.
So if you want to head over there and get some free music, then that's the place to get it. Alternatively, you can listen to you guys. I'll be adding you to the Spotify playlist. You on Spotify? You are, of course you are.
No, we're not. No.
You're not?
No, we used to be. I think there's a few tracks on Spotify from the first album, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think we are anymore. We used to be.
Okay. Well, Bandcamp it is then, guys. So let's have a look. So when would you say your writing process has massively changed since that album to now? I think we kind of touched on this a little bit last time. I remember, if I remember rightly.
It's changed as in the kind of things I'm writing about as well. Because I tend to sort of specialise in sad sort of love song, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And what I've started to do is, before, a lot of it was sort of personal, not fully personal, but I take some personal experience and I put it in the ideas of different people, different characters. So a lot of it was, some of it was from me, but it was delivered through these fictional people that you didn't really sort of. It was an outlet to put it in.
Yeah, you could still relate to it. You could still express yourself, but it wasn't necessarily as black and white as I did this. This happened to me. Whatever.
Yeah, it was
it's
about
more.
20% of me, and then put through these fictional people, and then it. Came
I suppose that can take you on a really interesting journey when it comes to writing as well, because there's only so many love songs you can write, and there's only so many types of if you. As much as it is an outlet for you, I can feel
self-indulgent. You know what I mean? So
a little, and almost it can prevent you from saying the things that you mean to say. Sometimes, definitely for me, anyways, it can kind of make me think: do I sound a bit like egotistical or whatever else? Do you know what I mean? Or like,
Well, for me, I mean, the back end of 2018. I'm not going to go into it, but I went through a bad experience with the job I was in at the time. I went through a really particular bad patch, and I'm not embarrassed about it, but it made me quite withdrawn and quite sort of unable to work and unable to do anything, and it was all stemmed from this thing. So what I did was I wrote a load of songs about that, and then about 6 months after, I looked back at these songs. I thought, God, only me would want to listen to them, because they were too personal and too sort of self-reflective. So what I did was I brushed them all off, and I took little bits of them and I put them in other songs and other sort of stories. So now I've moved more towards just completely fictional people, completely fictional scenarios, and thought, well, how would that particular person react to a certain event, and how would that person react to a certain thing? So then it opens it up to, you can write about anything, and you can even write 10 more love songs if you want, because you're writing them from a different perspective.
That's really interesting. I like that a lot. I think that's a really cool way of doing it. But yeah, it's definitely something that I'm going to have to consider doing as well. Just because it's interesting to. I guess you can take it. The sky's the limit, then, isn't it? You don't necessarily have to. Because sometimes I find filling in the blanks can be the hardest part, because you don't want to expose yourself completely, do you? You don't want to be completely vulnerable.
No.
But whereas if you're able to just like say, okay, this happened in the story now, because it flows really nicely with the concept of the song.
Yeah.
You don't have to be.
And I think the other stuff I did used to put far too much of it in, and and sometimes there's certain songs I'm thinking, oh God, I'm embarrassing about this or whatever. But now, if I look at it from a different point of view, where I'm not saying these are massive like Tom Waits, like odysseys of like these characters. To the casual listener, they're not really characters. There's not. I just put myself in someone else's eyes and think, how would they deal with the the loss of a parent, or a loss of a pet, or a friend, or something like that, and then I'd write about how a certain person would deal with that situation.
That's cool. I really like that idea. It's cool, mate. All right, we've had a few questions in now, so I might just jump right into a few of them, if that's all right.
Okay.
So describe your music in 3 words.
Ooh.
That's 1 word.
Ooh. La la. There you go. I don't know.
That's small words.
In light of what I've just said, it has changed a bit. Before it was sort of personal and beautifully heartbreaking.
Love
but
that.
now, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would probably.
Not so personal.
Not so personal. I'm okay now.
Yeah. I really like that. I think what's cool as well is there are probably still songs out there that describe the thing that you just said then, the personal, beautifully. I forgot the last word.
Heartbreaking.
My memory's just heartbreaking. That's the word. Sorry, mate. So that's still part of it. It's just you've found a really good happy medium to be able to disconnect yourself from it so much.
Happy sad, I think, is what I'd describe it as. Because I'm a happy person. I'm a very happy person. But I absolutely love sad music. So that's the way. So I think having that mixture of being happy but loving sad music gives you a chance to sort of dip into that every now and then. So happy, sad.
One more word.
Cool.
Okay, we'll leave that there. That was funny. Where does the name Mighty and the Moon come from?
That is quite a long one. Basically, we couldn't think of a name, so I had a list of English folk stories, because when we first started, we were very folk. We were very, very folky and very sort of country folk. And I had a list of folk songs, and I just was going to pick one. Folk stories, sorry, not songs. And then, but there was two: the Mighty Mouse and the Something and the Moon. And so I cut them together and I put them together, and I sent them to the band with a list.
Sorry, what? There was two what? Two names that you came up with?
No, there was two like English folk stories called the.
Sorry, yeah, got you.
The Mighty and the Mouse, and then the Moon and the Rat. So I don't know what they are, but I just cut them both together, and I put them in the list of all the other suggestions, and I sent it to the band, and they all picked. We all picked subconsciously. We picked the Mighty and the Moon, and it just had a good ring to it. And
yeah, it does.
And with the artwork that we made and everything, it lent itself to having a really good brand as well. So we all just subconsciously picked it really from a list.
It is a cool band name. It is cool. Yeah, wicked. Right, we'll get one more question, and then we're gonna have to. I don't want to rush you through your songs, so let's do one more question, and then we'll have another tune from you. What's the picture on the wall at the back of you? Any significance to your music? Strong vocals, by the way.
Thank you. This is my son's room. The picture behind me is a Doors concert picture. The Doors. It's cool. This is my son's room, so he loves the Doors. But I literally grew up listening to the Doors from the age of about. I think the first album I ever bought was the Doors, and I was about 8. I bought it with my pocket money, and all the way through my teens in the 90s. I was obsessed with the Doors, and then eventually you sort of go on to other things, don't you? But my son has developed that love of the Doors, and it's Jim Morrison in the background.
Wicked. That's very cool. Well, there you go, Michael. There's your answer. Right. Should we get another tune from you, mate? And then we'll go through some more questions. There are a few more questions in the comments. If anyone else has got any questions you'd like to ask, please start your question with a Q. That way I can find it nice and easy. I'll hand you over to everybody. I'll make you full screen. Take it away.
Watching the door as it opens again, just enough for me to leave. And I can't explain how it all broke down so easily, but these things do. But I warned you that we don't talk no more. Watching your eyes as they stare at me in sympathy, but I'm to blame. I know that's the way that you want me to feel, so I'll play along while you play the field. But I'm hoping you'll still catch me when I fall. I know I should leave, but I don't want to, 'cause I got so much more to give. And if you believe this is really for the best, I'll take my cut and turn to leave. But I won't say goodbye to all my friends, watching the phone as it's stuff for a call I know won't ever come. Sorry. Every single day, instant relief, confirmation you still give a damn in some small way. But what else is there really left to say? I know I should leave, but I don't want to, 'cause I got so much more to give. And if you believe this is really for the best, I'll take my cut and turn to leave. But I won't say goodbye to all my friends.
Love it, mate.
Thank you.
Wow, so good. The again, just the delivery of the song's wicked, mate. And rightly, someone James commented in the comments. He's in a band called The Last Minute, and he noticed the chord. He just said the lyrics are beautiful and the chord progression's amazing. He's really like clued up with all his chords and all this sort of stuff. It's exactly if he was to write a song, like I think it'd be like that many chords, loads of chords. It's just really nice, mate. It just works. It sounds really lovely.
Thank you. Well, that's like I'm really like, as well as like being into country music, obsessively into country music, I'm also madly obsessed with like French, like chanson and like the old style of like French balladeers and like Jacques Brel and things like that. So that song was kind of my attempt at doing that kind of Frenchy sort of chanson song.
It sounds great. Really cool.
Thank you.
Really like this one. Suits your voice. Sounds fabulous. Beautiful song, Martin. Yeah, just really good, man. Brilliant. Love it. So is that on any of the free recordings? Sorry?
No, that's that was one of the last batch of, you know when I mentioned before about there was like a batch of songs where I wrote about a really sort of horrible time at work. That's not that well hidden. That's what that's about. But
right, got you.
That was one of the ones that survived, and it's so that was one of the last batches of like the Making the Moon songs that we went out and played. So
Yeah.
hopefully we're going to get to the point where we can actually maybe record that one, because it's one. I love that one myself.
It really is cool, man. Yeah, you should definitely get that recorded. I even really like it. I don't know what it'd be like with full production and the rest of the band and stuff behind you. No doubt you've already kind of performed it live maybe and all that sort of stuff, but I think even just a guitar and vocal, it really resonates and it really cuts through.
Yeah, I mean, in the band version, towards the end, like Sarah's doing like soaring harmonies alongside the la da da da, and Nick's doing a really sort of really powerful driving bass line with a bit of distortion on it, so it gets really heavy towards the end. And it's one of the few occasions that we do really go really heavy. So it's quite a powerful band track. Yeah.
I can't wait till you get it recorded, man. In fact, you had a question from Tom K, actually.
Hey Tom.
In the Instagram comments. He's doing really well at the moment as well, isn't he?
He's doing ace. He's doing really well, is Tom.
Which is
quite
good.
rightly as well.
Yeah, man. I love the fact that everyone in the band, despite it not actually, you're kind of on hiatus or whatever else and all that sort of stuff. The politics of being in a band, it's a pretty logistical nightmare at the best of times anyways. I do love the fact that you're all close still, and you're all writing, and you're still like doing your thing, and you're all mega talented as well. Like, I know Tom's not part of the band anymore, is that right? But he's he's doing his own thing, and you still network with him and all that sort of stuff.
I mean, Tom will always be a part of the band from the time that he was there. You know what I mean, and the time that he's still, and the fact that music is still out there, and Tom's part of that, and Tom was pivotal to the Mighty and the Moon being what we were. So I don't look at it from that point of view. It's just a group of people who went through stages of playing together and then not playing together. Then
absolutely,
the group changes and the songs change and what you want changes, and the only thing we've stopped doing is gigging, because it just got too hard to keep it up.
Absolutely,
we all still massively love each other. Yeah.
I think that's a cool thing, man. That's the main thing.
What was Tom's question?
So his question was top 3 favourite The Mighty and the Moon songs, and then he says, "Don't let him use a cop out."
You see, Tom knows me. I'm a cop out. My top 3 favourite Mighty and the Moon songs. There's one that we only ever played once. A song called "Robots and Spaceships."
Why is that your favourite if you've only ever played it once?
I just love it.
So why don't you play it more?
I don't know why we don't play it more. A lot of it was because this was Tom's question, but a lot of it was down to Tom's guitar part. Cause it was like a really ambient guitar track, and I don't think we'd ever be able to achieve that again. It was more of a Radioheady sort of style song, and I just
is that recorded?
No, but it will be.
Great.
So that one. The last track on Crimson and Black was a song called "Stalling," and then I think "Almost Done," which I played at the beginning.
Wicked. I think I like the fact that you've got quite a broad taste in your own music as well. Like, for you to say, the first song you played tonight was quite a country vibe. And then you're saying that the one of your favourites, one that you don't often play, is like a Radiohead kind of vibe. You could tell, and even with that song that you've just played, then you've got a formula and you've got your sound, and it's all cohesive and works together. But you have got quite a broad taste, and you can tell, which I think it makes for a much better listening experience as well.
4 songs then, actually. There's a song called "Thunder" on Crimson and Black. I absolutely adore that song. It's the production on it and the way it's produced as a band is beautiful. But I like it all, obviously. I like every single one of them.
Do you really? Is that the cop out bit?
No, there's 2 I don't like.
Because there's loads of City of Light songs I don't like.
And it's on the first album, and the only reason I don't like them is because I wrote them at a very different time, and I was trying to be something that I'm not, and they're very happy. It's a song called "Tomorrow" and "Something New." Tom will know them well.
What's so different about them?
"Something New" is just it's a love song, but it's very cheesy. At the time I was thinking, we should be a bit more commercial and a bit more Josh Radin sort of thing. And anyway, they're good songs. They're just when you listen to them 2 songs compared to the rest of everything else, they stand out a mile. And,
got you.
I don't connect to them anymore. But it's no one's fault. It's just because of the songs that I wrote at that time. But if someone asked me to play them, I would. Not,
Yeah, cool. Right, so let's run through a couple of questions and then we'll get your final song. As I say, I don't want to rush you through your song, so we'll just do like 2 questions, and then we'll do your song, and then we'll do like any quick fire of any other questions that we've missed. So we've done the what's the picture on your wall. Do you write all the lyrics, songs, or do you collaborate?
Both. I pretty much write all the lyrics. But then, and most of the time I write the basics of the song as well. But there are plenty of songs that the collaborate. I mean, every song is a collaboration because it's just me and acoustic guitar. So I'll write a song, which is the lyrics and then the acoustic part, and I'll bring it to the band, and I'll just literally plonk it in the middle, and they're just everyone just brings their parts to it, and there's never any case of anyone saying no. Everyone's part is their part, and everyone will contribute to writing arrangements, and when we come to finalising the song, everyone's got a say in, well, actually, we'll cut that chorus, we'll cut this, we'll cut that. So every song is a proper full band effort. It might start with me, but it becomes something else when we get it into the band. But there's songs like The River on Crimson and Black, The Difference on Crimson and Black, and I Can't Take My Heart. They were all ideas that Sarah and Emma said, I've got this, so I wrote lyrics to it. So it's a bit of both, really.
Cool. Wicked. What music are you currently listening to, and does it reflect in your own work?
Currently, I am listening to Laura Marlin's new album, and I think it's rubbed off on me a little bit too much. So the next song I'm going to play, it might be the only time I ever play it, because it might be a complete Laura Marlin rip-off. But
sweet, I'm
listening to a lot of, what am I listening to at the minute? I don't know, really. I don't really get to listen to music that much. But when I do listen to music, it's normally Tom Waits.
It's the saddest music in the world.
It is. And I love Tom Waits, always have done. So I'll listen to Tom Waits. I've been listening to more Radiohead recently, and I've been dipping back into Lemonheads, which is a band that made me want to pick up guitar in the first place back in the 90s.
Cool. Oh, wicked. Well, I think you've kind of double whammied that and answered another question, which was, love your voice, how did you get into music? So, double whammy.
The Lemonheads.
Well done. Right, let's have your final song, mate. As I said, I don't want to rush you through it. So, this is a new one you're on about. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So we'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll never play it again.
It's live. Take it away, mate.
Ignore what I said about Laura Marlin and listen to this with fresh ears. When you leave, just do it right. Don't turn the knife any more than you need. Words formed over years, inks rubbed with tears, reflecting in my own. You tell me you can see all of the smiles again. You can see the reason they smile again, and it burns to your bones. Maybe you can pretend that you're fine again. Hold out your hands to deny them, and tell yourself that you're better off alone. That you're better off alone. Whispers, and everyone heard, but I never cared in chasing truth. This is beyond my control. disaster on show that no one paid to see. And you tell me you can see all of their smiles again. You can see the reason they lie again. And it burns to your bones. And maybe you can pretend that you're fine again. Hold out your hands to deny them. Tell yourself that you're better off alone. That you're better off alone. Time claims to wipe it all clean. What I should have seen or didn't believe. And I'll sit selfishly yearn and await your return, but all I hear is you screaming. You can see through all their smiles again. You see the reason they lie again, and it burns through your bones. Maybe you can pretend that you're fine again. Close off your eyes to deny them. And tell yourself that you're better off alone. You're better off alone. And you're better off alone.
Beautiful, mate. So good.
Thank you.
Have you ever heard of the band of a band called Thrice?
No, actually no.
So Thrice were quite a heavy band back in the day. That's probably why I know them. Because they ticked all the boxes for like punk rock, metal, all that sort of stuff for their first album, and then as they progressed, like their stuff now is really chilled, like anthemic kind of, but just ambient. They've got everything, and that just the vocal melody, the little lift in the chorus and everything just reminded me so much of Thrice. I would highly recommend you check them out.
Yeah. I've been obviously I'm massively influenced by Nick Cave as well, and I'm trying to go more softer into Nick Cavey sort of territory. But I'll check Thrice out definitely. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. There'll be some songs in there that you'll listen to and you'll be like, "What has Matt just sent me to?" I feel like I've just been sent. It's heavy. In fact, what I might do is I might make a playlist. Have you got Spotify or?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
I might make a little playlist for you, mate, and I'll send you it. Of the songs that I think you'll like, or just jump right in and see what you think and do what you want. But whichever you prefer. If you want me to do that, I'll do it. If you're not bothered to just sort of get in the mix and see what's happening.
Yeah, I'd like to.
But really, honestly, like I think you'll really enjoy some of their stuff and the little production tricks they do. It just really reminded me of that, and it was a really beautiful song, mate. And once again, the delivery was wicked, and straight away I noticed that little lift in the chorus. It just took the song into a different place. It was really nice, mate. So well done.
Oh, thank you very much.
Getting a lot of love in the comments for that one as well. I'm going to I think we'll wrap up the show. I want to say thank you very much for joining us. Any sort of final words, anything you want to say?
Just thank you to everyone who's ever supported us and bought our music and come to the gigs and listened to us and encouraged us. Thank you.
Wicked, mate. Once again, thank you for taking the time out to come and hang out with me and play your awesome music and just be really easy to talk to and entertaining. So thank you again, mate, and I hope to catch up with you real soon.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Take care,
See you, everybody.
See you, dude. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate the continued support. If you enjoyed tonight, please make sure you head over to the Mighty and the Moon's Facebook and Instagram. And also they have a Bandcamp, which they are giving out lots of free music. So I would just bite the hand off for it right now. Just take it, because when they form, they're probably going to put it on other platforms and start charging again for it. So get to know the stuff. Go see them live when they're either back in proper venues or at the very least when they're streaming live. Really entertained tonight. I think Martin's done a really cool job of playing those songs in an acoustic form. Really enjoyed it tonight. Thank you again for everyone in the comments. We really appreciate that involvement you guys always bring. It's mega. Complete separate note, if you are still interested in joining in the live stream, Gary Lindley's doing a Beatles night on his channel right now. He's really entertaining. You should definitely go check it out. He knows everything there is to know about the Beatles, and he's playing like the Beatles songs acoustically speaking. So if you're up for a little bit more live music, head over to his channel. He's only doing 12 episodes of this Beatles acoustically speaking, and I think this is episode 6. So we're halfway through. If you've missed it, recap, on a later date, but try tune in every Wednesday. Really worth watching. He's really entertaining. Anyways, I'm waffling. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you've already subscribed, thank you very much for the continued support, and I will see you all tomorrow. I do this every single day.